everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. This week, I continued to get frustrated by Farpoint. It seems I'm not particularly good at this shooter game. The problem that I'm having is that I feel like I'm still very early on in the game, and it's already getting frustratingly difficult. And I keep dying and having to redo the same sections over and over again, and it's really annoying. And there doesn't seem to be any kind of difficulty setting that I can find. I googled, and it turns out that no, there is no difficulty setting for Farpoint. But it does apparently have a dynamic difficulty setting, like, so that it adjusts difficulty on the fly. If you keep dying a lot, it'll make it a little easier. And I'm just like, oh, well, it's not that easy, honestly. Like, you're not making it that much easier. But I did notice because there was the battle that I'm currently stuck in. Like, there's a bunch of like large spiders, and then like a giant spider, and then like I would kill a bunch of the large spiders, and then like some medium spiders would come, and then the little tiny skittering spiders would come. And I was like, I died. And then when I tried it again, I killed a bunch of the like medium and large spiders, and then I was hesitant to move forward into the next area because the little ones never came. So I think that was the game's way of saying, oh, we won't throw that many enemies at you, we'll skip the really easy ones. Try skipping one of the hard ones, like get rid of one of the giant spiders that are hard to kill. Like, that would make it easier. Game, thank you, but no. But it just got like really frustrating because I found myself like having to redo the same sections over and over and over, and like I thought I would have like, okay, I finished the first wave of enemies, there should be a checkpoint, and I won't have to fight them again, and I'll just fight the next wave that killed me again. But no, I ended up at the beginning and having to fight over and over again, and it's just like, it's frustrating also because it's a very linear game, because it's in VR. It's not a free-flowing, go-wherever-you-like shooter. You're literally just moving forward and then kind of retreating backwards as you kill them so they don't get to you, and you can kill them before they hit you. And then there's these medium spiders that if you kill them, they explode in acid that they also will shoot at you. But when you kill them, they explode, and if you kill one and it's too close to you, that kills you, basically. So that sucks. And that happens a lot now. Like, as soon as they introduced that enemy, I was like, I just started dying constantly. So that sucks. And, but, like, it's not a proper open world kind of thing where you can say, oh, well, let me, like, go up on this ridge and attack from above, or let me go over here and try this area, and, like you don't have options. Like, your options are just move forward, kill what's in front of you, and then continue moving forward. Like, that's the game. So it was getting, like, really, really frustrating, so I was like, I need to take a break before it annoys me. And I know what you're going to say, because what I decided to start, I decided that I was going to try Stranded Deep, which was a PlayStation Plus game for May. And I know what you're going to say. It's a survival game. You hate that. Why would you even try that? And the reason is because it felt like a smaller game, and I had read that when I googled the game to see what it was like, apparently people were saying that, oh, it's not that bad because your hunger and thirst don't, like, decrease that rapidly, so you're not constantly spending time trying to feed yourself. Because that's what annoyed me about Subnautica, was I was unable to actually do things because I felt like I spent like 80% of my time just crafting food and water, and it was annoying as hell. So here, I'm like also not underwater, so I don't have to worry about breathing. I can just exist, so I don't have to worry about like being unable to explore under the water because I can't breathe. I can explore above ground, that's easier. Unfortunately, what I discovered when I started playing Stranding Deep was that the controls are so unintuitive. Not the actual like movement controls, that's fine, but the inventory controls, so annoying. You have like, I think like 8 spots, which is not good for a game where you have to like collect crafting materials all the time. You need a lot more inventory space than that, but whatever game. So that's super frustrating. But like if you go into the inventory wheel and you select your knife so that you can do things with your knife, and then if you want to put your knife away, I kept kind of instinctively reaching for the down button on the D-pad to put my tool away, like on Animal Crossing. But what you have to do is go back into the menu and select your bare hand. Then you have your hand again. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I struggled with the controls, and it was super annoying. And also, like, the tutorial island tells you, it's like, okay, now craft a knife. Okay, now, build a fire. And it, like, kind of tells you what to do next. And then it was like, build a shelter. Because the shelter, you can't save the game. You have to build a shelter, and that is the only place where you can save your game, is at a shelter. So I couldn't save my game for the whole first whatever hour or so I was playing because I had to build a shelter. And I couldn't build a shelter because I didn't have any lashings. And I didn't have any lashings because I didn't have the material I needed to create a lashing, which is rope, which is your basic tool to bind anything together to make anything. So you need it for like literally everything. And I needed a certain piece of plant. And I couldn't find any more. Like, I was like, there's only 2 of those trees on this tutorial island. Like, why wouldn't you give me more? And I'm like, what the hell, game? Like, it shouldn't be this difficult to get the materials I need to do what the game is telling me to do. So I'm literally standing there like this with the stone knife, hacking away at a fucking tree for like 5 minutes until I could finally get something out of it. And then I was able to build the shelter, and then I was like, okay, now I can save my game finally. It is true that your health doesn't deplete that quickly, so I was able to like do other things. Like I explored a little shipwreck that was nearby, and I found a bunch of cool stuff like binoculars and a rebreather and everything, but of course you can't collect them all because your inventory is already full of plants and crafting materials, so that's annoying. But I tried to like drink a bunch of coconut water to replenish my meter, but drinking a coconut is like a sliver of thirst meter, and thankfully they don't drain that quickly because you're not going to get much out of a coconut, and it's just like, oh my god. And I know this is just the tutorial island, and I'm supposed to go to another island where I'm going to build my actual shelter, and that's my real home base for the game. But this inventory is just so frustrating. The controls are really unintuitive, and it's just not, it's not fun. Like, it's not as bad as Subnautica, where I like had no idea where I was or anything, because the underwater was just so expansive, and I got lost, and I didn't know where I was, and I kept dying because I would drown, because I'd run out of air. And I was also spending, like I said, 80% of my time trying just to stay fed and thirst. And here it's not as bad. I'm able to do other things, but boy, the controls are not great, and I don't know if I'm going to go back to it. So by the end of the week, I had defaulted back to playing some No Man's Sky because it's my happy place, and I needed something relaxing and enjoyable, and I went and I played No Man's Sky, and it was delightful and wonderful. Although it wasn't just exploring. I went to a new system, and I came out of warp into like a whole fleet of freighters, one of which was under attack from pirates, and they're like, help me, and I'm just like, dude, I'm in an explorer ship, I'm not really equipped for like space battles, try somebody else. But as I tried to fly away, a couple of pirates broke off and came after me, and I was like, crap. So I was like, fine, I'm just gonna fight back. And they went down pretty easy, so I was like, you know what, I'll help you out. So I had a nice, fun little space battle even, before exploring more planets. And I do love how after you save someone's freighter, they're like, thank you so much for saving my freighter, do you want it? And it's like, no. I have a better freighter than this one, so no thank you, and stop giving your freighter away to everyone who helps save you. Just pay me instead. But I found this beautiful planet full of light up foliage that at night everything glows in the dark, and it's beautiful, and I want to walk around there for a while. It's relaxing, and I also think I want to do a little of that in VR because I think that'll be even better. But No Man's Sky remains my happy place, so whenever I get frustrated and irritated by other games, I can always go back to No Man's Sky, and I know exactly what I'm going to get. And it's fun and relaxing and amazing. So yay, No Man's Sky. But that was my gaming experience this week, so come back next episode and see if I have gone back to any of those games. I mean, obviously No Man's Sky, I will. But we'll see if I've given up on Farpoint and Stranded Deep. Farpoint maybe not, Stranded Deep probably. See you then. Bye!